This is Top Accolade African News Updates. I am Soybifa Jackridge. Widespread outages were reported on Thursday in countries including South Africa, Nigeria, Ivory Coast, Liberia, Benin, Ghana, and Burkina Faso. Since then, services have largely been restored in Liberia and South Africa. The cause of the cable failures was not immediately clear, to the frustration of millions of customers around the continent. Internet connectivity in the Ivory Coast was down to around just 4% on Thursday morning, according to NetBlocks, which tracks cybersecurity and internet connectivity. Liberia at one point dropped to 17%, while Benin was at 14% and Ghana 25%, NetBlocks said. In South Africa, Vodacom on Thursday said that customers were experiencing intermittent connectivity issues due to multiple undersea cable failures. A fault was also reported on the main one cable system, which serves Nigeria's commercial hub, Lagos. The Liberian government confirmed on Thursday that internet disruption had been reported from that morning. Citizens were unable to access the basic internet as well as social media across the vast majority of the country. International bank transfers were also reportedly to be affected, while there were limited international voice calls. The Liberia Telecommunications Authority said it was caused by an incident involving the African Coast to Europe (ACE) submarine communications cable in Ivory Coast. In Ghana, the National Communication Authority's NCA reported that multiple undersea cable disruptions were responsible for the outage. The Islamist group has attacked the Sar Hotel before, which is popularly with government officials. Witnesses reported blast and gunfire coming from the hotel, telling news agency fighters were inside. Media affiliated with the group say 4 Somali MPs were wounded. The government has not commended. Al-Shabaab said earlier that fighters were in control of the hotel and were shooting workers and officers of the government. Hassan Noor, who escaped by scaling a wall, said, "I don't know about the casualties, but there were many people inside when the attack started." Other witnesses reported seeing police arriving within minutes of the attack, which triggered a gun battle with militants. The Karamanda website, which is linked to Al-Shabaab, said at least 4 lawmakers and a government spokesperson had been injured in the attack. Attacks had reduced in recent weeks amid heightened securities after the government intensified its military offensives against the Islamist group Al-Shabaab. Al-Shabaab controls large parts of southern and central Somalia. The 25 survivors were picked up by the Ocean Viking, a vessel operated by the humanitarian group SOS Mediterranean. They told their rescuers that they had set off from Zawiya on the Liberian coast several days after being rescued. The engine of the dinghy broke down after 3 days, leaving the boat adrift without food or water. The survivors said that the victim included women and at least 1 child. They are believed to have died from dehydration and hunger, not drowning. 2 of them, who were unconscious and in critical condition, had been flown to Sicily by helicopter for further treatment. The group added the remaining 23 are still on board the Ocean Viking, along with more than 200 other migrants who were rescued from 2 other boats. The vessel is heading for the port of Ancona, about 4 days away, but the team has requested a closer port of safety. Police said that Ismail Shokruangewa, 58, led a sect with more than 1,000 members in Harare. The children were allegedly used for cheap labor. Unregistered graves believed to be of infants were also found. Shokruangewa was arrested for criminal activities which include abuse of minors. He appeared alongside 7 congregants before a magistrate court. All 8 of them were charged with violating children's rights and contravening burial and cremation laws. The Zimbabwe Republic Police released a statement on Wednesday saying that the arrest followed a raid. Officers discovered that 251 minors were found living on a farm run by Chokurongewa, about 34 kilometers, that is 21 miles, northwest of the capital, Harare. Some 246 out of 251 children staying at the property had no birth certificates. The children did not attend any official place of education, police said, and instead were doing manual work for the benefit of the sect's leadership and being taught life skills. 9 graves were found for adults and 7 for infants, and that were dug without official registration. Police added video footage taken by local media during the raid showed women dressed in white complaining that the police in riot gear were taking away their children. One of the sect leaders told the reporter that God forbids children going to school. That is the size of top accolade African news updates. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen.